So automation is the future of manufacturing. High-skilled jobs in manufacturing are all centered around various automated processes. The robots that build cars are programmed by people. The conveyor systems and vision systems and any automated manufacturing process has a backbone of programmers, technicians, folks that are actually implementing the automation in the real world. At Daedulus, we do industrial automation, we do traditional robotics, and we do data center automation. So we work with some of the biggest tech companies in the world to help automate data centers around the world that power the internet that we all use every day.
We were reading an article recently and we posted it on our Instagram with the development of AI and implementing it in your cell phone. With that implementation, the energy usage of the data center industry is supposed to grow by 160% within the next 10-ish years, which is an extreme amount, being as they use the same energy. One data center uses the same energy as a small city. Something cool that Daedulus does with the control panels with things that we do here is helping them create some sustainable growth with their energy usage. They can help them have the tools to implement energy efficient technology to really control that so that they can have data for future.
From a conservation standpoint, you've got data centers, which are enormous consumers of power. Any incremental changes that you can make to reduce their power consumption through efficiency or whatever is ultimately a good environmental move. There's a finite amount of energy that is available, and when you've got an industry like the data center industry using a lot of it, as a citizen of the world, you kind of owe it to the world to be able to operate in a sustainable fashion and help maximize that power. And so with the rise of AI and with the rise of just traditional data centers, you have a responsibility to operate as efficiently as possible. The products that we make for the data center industry help those companies operate in a way to reduce their power consumption to the most efficient levels and, therefore help the environment.
Robots are in the industry to not take the place of humans in the workplace in a manufacturing environment. They're meant to help with some of the ergonomic issues so that we can keep humans safer. So if, big lifts or anything like that, a robot can lift 100 pounds easier than a human can lift 100 pounds. And if we can automate some of those processes, we can not only make manufacturing processes faster, but also we can keep the safety of humans. So some of our automation builds and our team specifically like to work on those particular projects that not only are making things better for our customer, but are also helping the humans that are working there and keeping them safer.
Yeah, it's a misconception that industrial automation replaces American workers' jobs. Industrial automation allows American workers to have much better jobs, higher paying jobs, more opportunities, and work with the newest technologies. To Kelsey's point, robotics and any automation in general is there to assist the employee to be able to kind of maximize their outputs and do the best that they can do in their career. It's providing opportunities for career growth that didn't exist years ago, and it really is a booming field that any young person should consider. In technology, innovation is everything. It's a left brain, right brain thing where you've got creativity and technology all working together. That's where automation really does come in, because you're working with the technology that exists in front of you, but you're having to implement it and mold it in a creative way to make it do what you want it to do. A client will come to us with a problem that needs a solution. Sometimes they have an idea in their mind of what that solution could be. Sometimes they only have a problem and they're open to creative solutions. Those are our favorite projects to work on, because you're not limited by the constraints of what they already have, right? You're trying to get to an end goal, and the only way that we can get to the most successful end goal is if we can look at things creatively from different angles.
One thing that I learned coming here, my previous employment had me working in a manufacturing environment where everybody came in, did the same thing. That was what I was used to manufacturing being. And then coming here, it's a different type of manufacturing. So I learned that just because you work in a manufacturing industry doesn't mean that you're doing the same thing over and over again. At Daedulus, there's a lot more innovation, a lot more problem solving. It's not always the same thing day to day that you get to use that creative side. So I think that's a misconception in the manufacturing world, where a lot of people just consider it, you're working on a line, you're doing something, the same thing for hours, and then you leave. At Daedulus, there is a lot more to your day than just doing the same repetitive task over and over, which I think is nice for people to hear, because I was used to that.